down there at the old order of battle. Got 4 regiments lost by the Bajavu division, and what little artillery he had was just been eliminated also, or defeated. So there you go, Bajavu taking a brunt of the Russian casualties. Be right back. All right, then, drawing from the cube bag, and we are even 3 activations apiece, plus the firing cube. Oh, the French have more cubes in the bag, so it's more likely that they'll get one, but you never know. We'll grab the one very over in the corner, and it will be the French. All right, well, that's what they needed after getting shut out in the beginning. So they're getting their act together. We'll find out who we want to move. Old Laval has been moved twice. Can we move him again? No, I don't know about that. Well, those units are 4. Is this Laval unit? Is this French? Oh, French took that whole sector. Wow, right through here. That's the way to go, boys. We broke it open for you. Where's my cavalry when I need them? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Can't get there now. We're about 1 activation short. And we got our infantry here to bring in. We got infantry here. I mean, we'd have to do it. All I need is 1 activation that could shut it on you. So how do we get through there and get that blocked off quicker? Do we activate Laval's men again? Huh. And now that only affects their movement. They fight at full strength. And like I said, in my game, my Civil War game, I think it's a more realistic, more realism. Yeah, when you're tired, it's going to affect your aim and everything else, and the ability to aim. So, but in this game, we're going to take advantage of the rules to where they're all pretty strong here. Although these boys here aren't really going to do anything. I got a 9 strength there and a 7. Although we could push the issue again with this attack this way. Like I said, their activations only affect their movements, and we're pretty well close quartered in. We just need more attacks. Yeah, I think he's the only one we got. He's only got 3. We would just want to avoid these boys here. Just go around the heavy artillery. We learned our lesson there. All right, but we could bring in some units. I don't think my cavalry can get there. Everybody else is too far back. Way too far back, boys. We need you up here. But that's the way the game went. All right, giving serious thoughts to pushing the subject with Laval with this 3rd activation. We'll see what happens. What we would do with it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 units here. That's it. Laval's only done. Did he lose units? Where do we do with all Laval? Oh, they got moved back. They got pushed back from attacking that artillery. There's the rest of his units. They're not going to be able to get up nowhere because they're all tuckered out. Maximum they'll get is right up here. Really don't serve the purpose, so we're really just activating for 1, 2, 3, 4 units. 4, 5. Oh, no, this is Russians. Hold that spot right there, but precariously with only 3 strength points. Look at the situation. We'll be right back. All right, well, game-wise, unrealistically, taking way too much time to make these decisions. And like I said, if I was playing in a convention or somebody else, we'd definitely be using this thing. But in our analysis and everything, we'll come up with this. Bringing on any reinforcements or any of these men right here, we're only going to get up this far. And then that's it. And then they get the cube and they get to shut whatever doors we just opened. So it's looking more and more like using Laval, but we want to use him to his maximum. We just don't want to be biting anybody. We need to secure a corridor, and in doing so, keep these boys from... In other words, we don't want our units to go pushing on through, and all these guys got to do is Stalingrad us and close us on out from behind. So it's good we keep our flanks garrisoned and move out. He's a real stone in our shoe. but going that way doesn't get us closer to the town. We need to go this way. We are exactly 1, 2, 3. I believe I counted it out. 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away from some buildings. And as we just seen, you can nail this artillery, but you just got to survive the onslaught. This is heavy artillery here. We press pause, and man, withering the fire or surviving the fire is hard to do. So we're going to probably activate Laval for his last activation. This will be it for this turn. But we got to do it wisely and place his forces. Do we even want to mess with these boys? Might want to leave just one unit here to take care of these boys. These guys can come in, but they're not gonna get anywhere. 1, 2, 3. Well, how many move? Oh, they got their movement point. That's just it. The movement points are really good. What's going to be penalized here, not their fighting ability. So good thing we're close quarters here. These guys ain't going to get far. They make it to the edge of the hill. That's it. And then they're done with. They're not going to help anybody. So we really want to press the issue with Laval, and he needs to get out of the way and somehow protect. Get these flanks going. And these boys can't just fire willy-nilly until we're going to draw a fire cube. So he's pretty well safe. They've already fired. The only way we incur his wrath is if we charge into him. All right, that's the situation. Be back. All right, first let's put the cube next to Laval to solidify their activation and them receiving the orders. First thing I want to do is get this artillery out of the way. He can't unlimber anything. Again, he's only got 2 movement points. We're going to move him to here. Well, I don't know if we can even do that. Alright, let's try this. And again, the main thing is get him out of the way. His only options now are to pivot here and use up one of his 2 movement points. I think that's what we'll do. And then with a free, and he will be considered still up on the hill. We haven't gone anywhere else, so he's still limbered and right on the edge of that hill. We didn't go down. We didn't spend 2 more movement points. We're still up on the top, so I'm guessing we could claim that until movement points are spent. Then we'll. And that's another thing. These things should be all hex-sided. Or maybe they're trying to. Maybe that's what he's trying to say is there's 2 hex. Well, let me try that again. Maybe that's what he's trying to say. There's a hex side there. So we have 1 more movement point. We can't move here because that would be 2. So I guess our only spot to go would be right here. All right, there you go. All right, again, I could have moved him down here. He would have been more in the way, and he couldn't have unlimbered or anything. Couldn't have helped us out anymore this turn. So I know he's going the wrong way and getting away from any action, but I want him out of the way. That's the main thing we're going to do here. Now, on this one here, we're going to, 2 movement points. We will spend both of them to get in here. It costs 2 movement points to move adjacent. He will get a reaction fire without a defensive fire modifier. And this unit here will get a defensive fire with a defensive, or we'll get defensive fire with a defensive fire modifier because we're actually assaulting this unit because he's only 2 strength points versus, oh boy, there with an 8. So there you go. Whatever strength points survive, we'll attack him. I believe this unit here with 4 will attack him. It'll be a 1-to-1. We'll hope for a good roll. And this unit here, he can't go down no hill. They cost 2 movement. He's only got 4 movement points. It costs 2 to go down and then 2 to get next to him. So he'll just be assaulting this unit here. Underneath underneath the square unit, only has 2 strength points. So you can see we're going to try clearing out this area. So there you go. Our targets are this hex and this hex. We want to occupy, and these 2 hexes actually clear things out pretty well. If we should, by any miracle, get another activation, I'd like to swing my cavalry on around. These boys here are really weak, so we could swing them around, get these guys going, and in the long run, wait for that next hour, get some activation going. These boys here might not even get on board this game. I mean, they're just too far away, and you can't waste a cube. Just can't make that stuff up when it comes to how this game goes. Having a great time. Gonna take a break. Gotta give some dog time. We'll be done. All right, we'll be back when we get done. All right, sorry about that. I was not recording again. We got this battle going on from here to here. It's a 1-to-1. The modifier we got is +1 for home field advantage. We rolled the dice. It was a 7. That'll be an 8. His strength points are 3. You can only shoot out a maximum of 4, so he'll be shooting out 3 times 2 when you're in line. So it'll be underneath the 6 column with an 8. Roll the 7, he gets a +1 because he's defensive fire. So under the 8 is a 1 for a roll. So this boy here will take a hit. It lowers it. Well, it was always going to be a 1-to-1, but now we'll get a negative modifier for suffering losses while we're charging. Right now we're going with the charge. We'll flip this from the combat to the assault table. 1-to-1's nothing. And I'll read off the modifiers as follows. Russian +1. We'll see if we can keep this simple. Going down, going down, going down, going down. That's it. +1 in their defense. And the charging side, we get a +1 because we lost a strength point for that defensive fire. So now we're at +2. No more with cavalry. No up and down a hill. No obstructed hex and no leader. So we're rushing in there. Like I said, we needed before I started this, we're gonna need a good die roll. So we need to get a +2, and we need a 7 or less. So we're definitely looking for a blue French die. We want to get the ultimate low roll. +2. Not gonna do it on that one. 11. Alright, so that is not good. 9 or more, the defender holds his position and the attacker takes a strength point loss. So there you go, and the assault failed. Alright, that is not good to start off with. We gotta decide what we want to do. I was looking at this earlier. I think he can go down there and attack this boy here. We can split these attacks here. He has 4 movement points. Cost him 2 to get in here. 1 for the slope. 1 to get in here normally. So that's 2. And then an extra 1 to get next to him. That's 3. He has enough. So I believe I will do. What are we doing here? I was facing this way. I can go this way. And I do get me a free, sorry about the fuzz, a free pivot. And I'll attack like this. There you go. Yeah, I think I will go for there. We'll split these. There's 2 of them here. We'll split them off. All right, I tried the whole stack's got to attack 1. Who do we want to get out of the way? 11 to 5. 2 to 1. 2 to 1 both ways. We'll get a bigger bonus going down the hill. So I believe we will stick like this. I don't know which way we were facing. I guess we're facing that way. That would have been illegal anyway. That would have cost me an extra. Well, no, we could have went that way. We get a free pivot and then head down. I think we'll stay here. We'll get a bigger inertia, momentum, slamming into him, running down that hill. Alright, so this attack is over. I believe we were going to do this hex against this hex. He'll get a defensive fire because these guys are actually facing this way with a defensive modifier, but these boys can throw in their 2 cents worth too because we're in front of them without a defensive fire modifier. So whoever survives the withering fire gets to charge. Having a great time with the mechanics of this game. This is what you call tactical Napoleonics. Be back. Alright. Heading to assault. First, he's got to take fire from this unit here, which will be 4 strength points maximum coming out that way. Times 2 is 8. And on the fire table, let me see here. I think we get a modifier of defensive. Nope, no defensive fire. We ain't charging him. So under the 8 column with no modifiers. 8 column. 8 column, no modifiers. Looking for an 8 or higher with the white Russian die. 8 or higher, no modifiers. 5 is nothing. So we survive that salvo. Our next unit here will have 2 strength points. Times 2 underneath the 4 column. With a +1 modifier because it's defensive fire. So anything above a 9 is a +1. 9 + 1. 10. So that will do it. A 10. What we got here? That was 3. Or hold on a second. I'm losing where we were. I'm missing a 9. We're looking underneath there. That was a 2. Times 2 is a 4. Was a 10. Who was a 10? We'll give him a 1 strength point. There you go. So, man, that's tough. That is tough. Let me see if we're doing this right. Okay, that's the unit I'm looking down at, this one. Alright, so it goes from that to whittled them down a little bit. Now for the actual assault, which will be 7 strength points versus a 2. 3 to 1. Looking for 7 or less underneath this roll. We're starting off with a -2. -2. Russian home field advantage +1. Down to -1. And, unfortunately for us, a leader present. So plus his ranking. So it'll be in +1. -0. Alright, strength point lost to defensive fire. We did lose 1, so it's a +1. Puts us in the positive range. And I believe that will do it. So, rolling 2 dice. French dice is a +1. Looking for 7 or less. The ultimate low roll. If you're rooting for the French. Ultimate low roll. 6. What did we say it was? +1. 7. 7 or less. We succeeded. Assaulted charge units retreat if assaulted by infantry. And lose 1 strength point. Alright, moving him there, I believe puts him in front of our unit. Hold on a second. Oh, is that a friendly unit? I think it might be friendly. Let's see here. No. That is a French unit. He has no other way to go. He has to go this way. So going that way will incur another strength point hit, which eliminates him. Wow. Alright, well, let's see what we do with the leader, since the unit's been eliminated. We'll do a leader check. Yeah, we'll definitely do a leader check. A 4 to 6 roll. And the sum off becomes a casualty. With 1 die, I guess what it is. Let me see here. Let me just check that out for 1 second. Correct, 1 die. 4 to 6 and he's dead. He's gone. Alright, well there will be a replacement leader. I guess we'll put him on, we'll put him right here. There you go. So, Somov and all of his units taken out. We're going to find out where he was and what we're doing here. He was going this way, yeah, so we will, hold on here, advancing in his hacks. Alright, next procedure. These units here, this unit here, and I believe this unit here all will check for a stand because they just watch their leader and his units get gobbled on up. That's how that happens. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's it. Make sure we're doing anything bad. A book. Don't touch that dial. This game is getting interesting. There's the promised land right there. But the only thing is, we really ain't got nobody. Let me take a pause here. We really don't have anybody to funnel on through. You know, wow. And his units are done. His units are spent. They can't move no more till next hour. So we have to do this very wisely. We still have these combats over here to take care of it so far. Wow. Couldn't ask for anything better for the French. There you go. We'll be back. Alright, stand check time. He failed his assault. This French unit assaulted from here into this hex and eliminated the unit and the leader. So this unit here is seeing what just happened behind them. They're going to make a stand check. Anything lower than a 6 and they bail. They'll get a +1 for being Russian, but they were adjacent or in the same hex as a unit that was eliminated, which means a -2, which we're at a -1 now. Oh, no leader present. And infantry, artillery, and non-obstructed hex within 3 hexes of it. Cavalry. Unfortunately, no cavalry around. Sort of -1. Rolling 2. We'll give it Russian dice because they're the ones going for it. And the -1. 6 or less, they bail. Oh, they are gone. Now here's the key. I think we got to move out, get pushed back from them so they could leave. But every time they go by a French unit, they take a loss. So, it'll go something like this. Because you just want adjacent to that unit. I believe we can go there. So that'll be two more movement points. I think it'll make a 4. And that's what we'll end up. I'll make sure I did that right. We'll be right back. Alright, done correctly, but he suffered a step loss when he went from, what was it? I guess he was right here. Where are we at? What are we doing here? We're getting all lost. We come right back. Correct. He was here. He was right here. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're right. He was here. This unit was eliminated, so he moved into here. He's seen what was happening and failed the stand test, so he has to bail. So he moved here, which was adjacent to him, which gave him his step loss. Then he moved out of the way, which didn't give him a step loss. That's 2, 3, 4. That's where he ends up. Alright, we're on it by the book. These 2 units here will check for a stand. Wow, yeah, I think that's it. Because this unit here was eliminated. Anybody that's adjacent to him has to check for a stand. They failed and bailed. Wow. Alright. Next key stand check will be these 2 heavy artilleries. Did they all leave? What happened to all our artillery? Oh, here's the heavy artillery here. Okay. I'm sorry. Heavy artillery is still up here. This is the light artillery belonging to, what was his name? Oh, Samov, who was killed, and all his units are running low on the courage. They've been known to bail. So we'll come up here and we'll check for these 2 artillery units, see if they run. If the units that the replacement general ran to, if they run, if they leave. Wow. Oh man, this is a great game. We'll be right back. Alright, next to 2 artillery, I added up the modifiers. It's the same thing. -1. And anything less than a 6, and they run. Looking for a high roll if you're Russian fan, low roll for French. Oh, -1 is a 10, and that'll keep them there. So that's the top artillery unit. Bottom one, -1. Oh, do we roll for the whole one? Oh, it's fine. And the stack retreats. All right, we'll take him as the lead one. Nobody else. If he stays, everybody stays. I'm pretty sure that's why we'll look that up. But next we'll go for this unit here. And he's full strength too. Oh, I got the facing wrong with these things, with these boys here, so we gotta get this all straightened out. All right, and yeah, they don't fire because this is just an advance into hex, so we're just going for a stand. Again, -1. Anything lower than a 6. Oh, another one leaves. 4. So he will retreat all the way up there. So that's what we got left. Wow. Alright, we're done with that combat. We will come around here. We'll do these assaults next. So far, I can't ask for any better. There's gonna be some medals handed on out, that's for sure. Alright, we're gonna call it a session. Getting late. We might do a little bit more here. We're gonna take a little break. We come back. See what the rest of this assaults results are. Laval coming on through. We'll be back. Alright, well, it'd be about a day or so later. And we're eager to get down here and see if old Laval can exploit the gains made by the other French infantry. Now, we have been watching some programs on YouTube that deal with Napoleonic tactics. And unfortunately, I don't have my pointer here. I have suffered a wound. I was putting up a picture for the wife, and in doing so, my elbow hit another picture, which fell and hit a vase or something that hit the ground and shattered, and I got a shrapnel wound. I mean, that glass went right into my foot, so I'm kind of I really shouldn't be doing this, but yeah. Whew. Anyway, nice deep cut. We got it all bandaged up and everything should be alright, but yeah, kind of hopping around and wanted to get down here with this game, but like I said, we were watching about tactics, and a couple ideas I got. One was maybe to use, sometimes they use infantry in column to attack an infantry in line. I think they support that with modifiers. We were wondering about that. I kept on seeing those columns. I'm like, So that might add something to their tactics. Also, we had some kind of lines going on here. There really ain't no Napoleonic lines as per se. I mean, there's some here. You can see the fronts. But a lot of tactics dealt with, a long line of troops. I think it said you had their grenadiers on the end, voltigeurs on the ends. Then the voltigeurs would spread out front and turn into skirmishers, all kinds of stuff there. We're not going to be doing that, but still, did learn a little bit about it. All right. Old Laval. There's a village on top of this hill he's in. He gets a modifier because he's heading down. Also, he's attacking with a 2-1. All right, I don't know if we did, I don't think we've done any advancing fire yet, so the old grenadiers get to shoot off a volley of 8 strength points. And it's defensive fire, so he'll be going with a +1 modifier. And let me see here for fire. I don't think there's any modifiers for having a leader with you. No, just defensive fire. So we'll roll those dice now. This will be Russian white dice instead of the green. Like I said, I was shortchanged by the game. I'm just saying that every time I get a chance. Let me see here. Yeah, 2 dice +1 under the 8 column. And without showing you the chart, he needs an 8 or more. +1, 8 or more. Ooh. some sure some musket balls found their mark, but not enough to make a significant impact. So you can see that this infantry battalion was about 1,100 men charging down the hill, bayonets forward, going after some grenadiers. And that is a 2-to-1 because their actual strength is 800, not 1,100. So yeah, if I stand corrected, 800 men going down there. It'll be a 2-to-1 on the assault table. Let's look over there. Hold on a second. I wanted that 2-to-1 will start us off in the right direction with a -1 modifier. Russians counter that with a +1 for home field. Has us at the 0 mark. And we will, the French, get a assaulting downhill, which is a -2. Leader present also. And Laval with a -2, adding to the battle. Alright. Totaling up with a -3. Okay, let's get on with this. -3, needing a 7 or less. Charging down the hill. I think he said 800 versus 4, 2-to-1. Charge. Did we say -3? On this roll, gotta get the. That would have been a jinx. Alright, blue French die. -3, low roll. So it's a 4, that'll do it. The assaulted charge units lose 1 strength points each and retreat if assaulted by infantry. Wow. Great activation by Laval. We'll be right back. Alright, more from, what was that general? He got replaced too, didn't he get killed? Wow, I forgot what his name was, but anyway, more of that corps retreating again. And Laval taking ground. Alright, we got one more attack, and now they're in a square, which is really detrimental to our attack. The only thing we got going on with this is there's 2 units there. I believe they can both attack, and they will go against only 200 men. And we're looking at 900 there. There's more underneath. So this could be a battle changer. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Alright, that is correct, because Somov was killed in the assault. One of the assaults that took place, so that whole 4th Division's having a disastrous day. And there's a replacement, so it'll be 1 general apiece. They lost Somov, and the French lost Klein. Alright, we will continue on. First things first, and that is that the square formation here will be firing on these French units in line, going after them. It'll be a Russian roll on the fire table. -1. +1, I'm sorry. Yeah. Turn this over here. Defensive fire. +1 on this roll, looking for a high roll, and they're only rolling with 2 strength points. You can only shoot out 2 strength points when you're in a square per side. Oops. Oh, we see here. A 3 is what that was. A 6 +1 is a 7. With 2, that ain't gonna do you anything. So their fire comes to naught. Alright, now they're gonna be attacked. Assaulted. What is that? 4-to-1. Pause this. Alright. I don't know. Assault table. And big bonus under the infantry assaulting with a 4-to-1. So we're starting off with a -3. And I'll get their Russian one back. And another +1 for being grouped together in square formation, assaulted by infantry. Plus this at a -1. And then that will be it. So rolling with a -1 and Oh, needing a 7 or less. -1. Ooh. This could top it off. -1 when all said and done. Charging a square. Outnumber them 4-1. -1. 5. That'll do it. So they lose a strength point. The square does. And they bail also. Fantastic victory for the French. Gives them a good chance. We'll be right back. And there. Wow. All right. We might call this a video. Let me look this over. Get a good after action report. And we'll see where we go from there. I think it's cube draw time. We'll be right back. All right. Well, I guess we'll call it a video. I would say that man of the hour is Eylau or whatever. It's the way we pronounce it here in the Midwest. So Eylau or Laval. And you never know with that French. It could be, that L could be silent. It could be Laval. You never know. But anyway, he is the man of the hour. Has come through. His units are done, had all 3 of their activations, so they will not be moving no more this turn. But mission accomplished, I'd say. And we have punched a hole right on through like we needed to. We need to bring up some forces though now to fill it in. If the Russians get a cube draw, might have all been for naught. So we'll see how it goes. Just the way it is, back and forth. But I would say definitely over expectations on those assaults. And the Russians looking to be a little bit on they like their wives and families more than they want to be here. They're definitely urgent appointment elsewhere. And there you go. We'll see if they can change their morale. French trying to get into some buildings. It's a snowstorm. It's Eylau. It's the night before, and I believe it's dark. We'll be back next video.